They made the maid kneel in front of the entire mansion, not knowing she owned everything. Amara lowered her head as the guests laughed. Dressed in a simple maid uniform, she silently cleaned up the wine Vanessa had deliberately poured on her.
Look at you, a poor orphan serving people who actually matter.
The crowd laughed. Amara clenched her fists, but said nothing. For years, she had endured the humiliation. She had no family, no money, no future. Or so everyone believed. That night, while cleaning an old storage room, Amara discovered a small wooden box hidden behind a loose brick. Inside was a faded photograph of a little girl standing beside billionaire Richard Blackwood. Her heart stopped. The girl wore the exact silver necklace hanging around her neck. Before she could understand what it meant, Vanessa stormed in.
Stealing now? No, please, this isn't what it looks like. Then explain to me exactly what this is.
Vanessa shouted. She snatched the photograph and tore it in half. Suddenly, a black luxury car pulled into the mansion. Everyone froze. A powerful man stepped out, surrounded by security. It was Richard Blackwood himself. His eyes landed on Amara, then on the necklace. His face turned pale.
Where did you get that necklace?
Amara looked confused. Richard's hands trembled as tears filled his eyes.
My daughter wore that necklace the day she disappeared.
The mansion fell silent. Vanessa laughed nervously.
That's impossible.
But then Richard pulled out an old photograph. The same necklace. The same birthmark. The same girl. And just as Amara stared at the evidence, a mysterious woman appeared at the gate and screamed,
Don't trust Richard Blackwood. He's hiding the truth about Amara's kidnapping.
The woman's scream echoed across the mansion. Everyone turned toward the gate. Richard's face instantly darkened.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
He demanded. The woman stepped forward, clutching an old envelope.
My name is Evelyn. I worked for your family 15 years ago.
Amara's heart pounded.
What do you know? What do you know about me?
Evelyn's eyes filled with tears.
I know what happened the night you disappeared.
The crowd gasped. Vanessa smirked.
This should be interesting.
Evelyn pulled a faded photograph from the envelope. It showed a young Richard Blackwood holding a little girl. Beside him stood another man whose face had been scratched out.
Your daughter wasn't taken by strangers. She was betrayed by someone inside the family.
Richard's jaw tightened.
Stop this.
But Evelyn continued.
The kidnapper was paid.
The guests erupted into whispers. Amara stared at Richard.
Is she telling the truth?
Richard remained silent. That silence hurt more than any answer. Then Evelyn handed Amara a small gold bracelet. The moment Amara touched it, memories flashed through her mind. A fire. A woman crying.
Please, we have to go now.
Take the child before Richard finds out.
Amara's hands shook.
Who said that?
Evelyn pointed toward the mansion.
Someone living under this roof knows exactly what happened.
Vanessa's smile disappeared. Suddenly, a black SUV sped through the gates. Armed men jumped out. Their leader pointed directly at Amara.
Take her now!
The guests screamed. Richard stepped in front of Amara. Then, the masked leader removed his sunglasses and smiled. Richard's face turned white.
You? Miss me, brother?
The man's words struck Richard like lightning. Amara looked between them in confusion.
Brother?
The stranger smiled coldly.
My name is Victor Blackwood.
Gasps spread through the crowd. Richard clenched his fists.
You should be in prison for everything that you have done.
Victor laughed.
I was, but not anymore.
The armed men surrounded the mansion. Vanessa's family quietly stepped back, afraid of what was unfolding. Amara felt her stomach twist.
Who is he?
My younger brother. The man who wanted my company, my fortune, and my family.
Victor's eyes locked onto Amara.
And the little princess is all grown up.
A chill ran down Amara's spine.
You know who I am?
I knew before anyone else.
Evelyn suddenly stepped in front of Amara.
Don't listen to him!
Still protecting her after all these years?
You know more than you're telling us.
Perhaps it's time everyone learned the truth.
Victor pulled out a worn document. Richard grabbed it and froze. It was an adoption record. Amara stared at the paper. The name listed as her father was not Richard Blackwood.
What is this?
The truth.
Richard shook his head violently.
That's impossible.
Tell me what's going on.
You're searching for your real family, Amara? Then start by asking him why your mother's final letter said,
Victor opened a second envelope.
"Don't!" Richard, if Amara ever learns what we did, she'll never forgive us.
If you're not my father, then who is?
Amara's voice trembled as she stared at Richard. The billionaire who had claimed to be her father suddenly looked like a stranger. Richard reached for her.
Amara, please. Let me explain.
But Victor laughed.
Explain or lie again?
The crowd began whispering. Vanessa's eyes sparkled with satisfaction. For the first time, the attention wasn't on her. It was on Amara. And it wasn't admiration. It was suspicion.
Maybe she's not Richard's daughter after all.
The guests nodded. Amara felt their judgment crashing down on her. Moments ago, she had been the lost heiress. Now she was being treated like a fraud. Richard unfolded the letter with shaking hands. But several pages were missing. Victor smiled.
Looking for the rest? You stole them. Maybe.
Enough! I want the truth!
Before anyone could answer, Vanessa snatched the adoption record and held it high.
Look at this! She's been pretending to be a billionaire's daughter when she's nothing but a maid!
The guests burst into laughter. Phones came out. Videos were recorded. Amara's humiliation spread through the room. Her eyes filled with tears.
Did you really think you could hide this?
She had spent her life being looked down on. Now, when she finally thought she had found her family, she was being mocked all over again. Then a notification buzzed on Vanessa's phone. Her smile froze.
What? This can't be true.
The room fell silent. Vanessa stared at the screen in disbelief. A news alert had just appeared. A private bank account connected to the kidnapping case had been unlocked. And according to the records, the first payment made 15 years ago had been sent to someone living in this mansion. Slowly, everyone turned toward Vanessa's father. His face had gone completely pale. Then, the mansion door slammed shut. A voice echoed through the speakers.
No one leaves until the kidnapper is identified.
Panic spread through the mansion. Vanessa's father wiped sweat from his forehead as dozens of eyes fixed on him.
This is ridiculous. I have nothing to hide.
But the bank records displayed on the giant screen behind him told a different story. A transfer made 15 years ago, the exact year Amara disappeared. The room erupted with accusations.
Explain that transfer!
Where did that money come from?
Amara's chest tightened. Could the man who had employed her as a servant really have been involved in her kidnapping? Then Richard stepped forward.
Open the account details.
The screen changed. Everyone froze. The account owner's name appeared. It wasn't Vanessa's father. It was Vanessa's mother.
What?
Her mother staggered backward.
That's impossible.
But before anyone could question her, she burst into tears.
I never wanted this.
The confession hit the room like a bomb. Vanessa stared at her mother in horror.
You knew something about Amara? I was forced.
Forced by who?
Richard demanded. Before she could answer, a gunshot shattered the silence. The chandelier exploded overhead. Guests screamed and ducked for cover. A masked figure stood on the balcony. In his hand was a sniper rifle. In the chaos, the gunman pointed directly at Amara.
She's the key! Take her alive!
Armed men stormed into the mansion. Richard immediately shielded Amara with his body. For the first time, Amara saw genuine fear in his eyes. Not fear for himself, fear of losing her. Then the masked gunman pulled off his mask. Amara's heart nearly stopped. She recognized him. He was the same man from the memories that had haunted her since childhood. The man standing beside the fire the night she disappeared. And as he smiled at her, he spoke the words she never thought she'd hear again.
Hello, Amara. Daddy has been looking for you.
The words hit Amara like a thunderbolt. The mansion fell silent.
What did you just say?
Amara whispered. The masked man smiled.
You heard me.
Richard stepped in front of her.
Don't listen to him. He's manipulating you.
But doubt had already entered Amara's heart. For years, she had searched for answers. Now, every answer seemed to create 10 more questions. Suddenly, the mansion lights went out. Screams echoed through the darkness. Then, a familiar voice spoke beside Amara.
Come with me if you want to survive.
A hand grabbed hers. Before she could react, she was pulled through a hidden doorway behind the grand staircase. The door slammed shut. 2 seconds later, emergency lights flickered on. Amara found herself in a narrow underground passage. Standing before her was someone she never expected to help her, Vanessa. Amara yanked her hand away.
You? Trust me, helping you is the last thing I wanted to do. Then why are you here?
Vanessa's expression changed. For the first time, she looked frightened.
Because my family is in danger too.
Amara stared at her.
I don't believe you. You should.
Vanessa reached into her purse and pulled out a small silver key.
The masked man isn't working alone.
Amara froze.
My mother gave me this. before she was taken away. Taken away? She left me a message.
With trembling hands, she handed Amara a crumpled note. Amara unfolded it, her breath caught. The message contained only one sentence. Find the girl with the necklace before Victor does. Before Amara could process the words, a loud explosion shook the tunnel. Dust rained from the ceiling. A hidden metal door slowly opened at the end of the passage. Behind it was a secret room. Inside stood dozens of photographs. Every single one was of Amara. Photos from her childhood. Photos from her teenage years. Photos taken just weeks ago. Someone had been watching her entire life. And pinned in the center of the wall was a photograph that made her blood run cold. It showed her late mother, standing beside Victor, smiling. Amara stared at the photograph in disbelief. Her late mother stood beside Victor Blackwood, smiling as if they were old friends.
No. That's impossible.
Vanessa grabbed the photo and looked closer. She pointed to a date stamped in the corner. The picture had been taken just 3 months before Amara's kidnapping.
Why would my mother be with him?
Before Vanessa could answer, a voice echoed from the doorway.
Because she trusted the wrong person.
Richard stepped into the secret room. Behind him stood Evelyn. Amara immediately backed away.
You followed us? I had to.
You're not safe.
Amara held up the photograph.
Then explain this!
Richard's face darkened. Evelyn looked away. That was when Amara noticed it. The guilt in Evelyn's eyes. A terrible feeling settled in her chest.
What aren't you telling me?
Tears rolled down Evelyn's cheeks. For years, she had protected Amara. For years, she had claimed to be helping her. And now, she looked completely broken.
I never wanted you to find out this way.
Evelyn whispered.
Find out what?
Amara demanded. Evelyn fell to her knees.
I was there the night you were taken.
The room froze. Vanessa gasped. Richard closed his eyes.
You knew?
Evelyn nodded through her tears.
I didn't just know.
Her voice cracked.
I helped them take you.
Silence. A crushing, painful silence. Amara stared at the woman who had cared for her like a mother. The woman she trusted most. The woman who had just confessed to betraying her.
Why?
Amara whispered.
Because they threatened to kill your mother.
Don't let Victor get this. The person who ordered your kidnapping is standing right behind you.
If you're watching this, I'm gone. Our daughter is alive. The truth is hidden inside the journal beside the bookshelf.
Isabella.
Richard Blackwood!
You're my daughter.
Dad!